Hello, it's just turned March and I've come down. I was thinking what can I make a video on because I haven't made a video for about 4 weeks. So I come for a little walk and I'm next to an ash tree and there's some hawthorns and hazel and I'll just show you around. It's beautiful. You can see all around here. You can hear seagulls. And trees here. This is the ash. And over here as well, we've got some holly. Beautiful holly there. It's quite a special little place and no one really comes up here. I don't know why. It's just from down from where I live and there's someone's farm over there. It's really beautiful. It feels full of life today, even though the trees are looking very barren still, because I can see little buds coming out on the willow tree in my garden and the hawthorn. I see little leaves come out. It's really nice. So the point I'm trying to make about today is why trees are sacred. Why are they sacred? I know they make me feel nice and they feel solid and healing and reassuring. But why have we deemed them sacred over the years? Is it because all life upon earth is sacred? I would say so. Yes, it is. It's all sacred. We're all sacred. Human beings, everything that lives, walks, flies, swim, breathes, connects to the earth, connects to the sky, the cosmos. We're all sacred. And we live in a day and age where it says kind of denounce the sacred elements of life, the soul element of life, which is very dangerous for life upon earth when you do that. Trees have been deemed sacred over the years for many reasons, and before we had this modern day age where we had lots of electricity and light and everything we needed really, that's how it's felt. It's very fragile, that way of living that we've come across. And people in the past, you can imagine trees, how precious they would seem because of the exchange between us as lives, the oxygen, the ability to breathe. And whether people understood that or not, we breathe because plants made the atmosphere livable. There's a combination of elements, the sun, the earth, the air, the water. And because they create atmosphere and weather, trees are linked in with rain and clouds and they create good soil. The roots of these trees, I'm standing on the earth, but there's roots beneath me and they are really nourishing and create amazingly good soil. They're sharing nutrients with the fungus underground and they're taking what they need, but they're giving back constantly, and that's why they live so well, and that's why they've lived so long, because there's a sense of harmony. So our ancient ancestors, and many of us still do understand that, there's really importance to these trees. And they provide medicines, and before you could just go to like a chemist or your doctors and get a nice little pill for something, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, you knew that you could go to nature, to the plant kingdom, to the trees and the plants, and you could pick leaves and twigs, take bark, take inner bark, you can use the buds and flowers and roots, and you can make medicine, and you can eat part of the tree as well. And people would learn what was safe and what wasn't safe. And there was healing in the trees as well. You spend time with trees and you feel better. I do anyway. I come out now, I've been doing some work at home and I thought I just need to get out and be around trees. And I come out and I feel better, I feel lovely, I feel connected. But each of them has sacred healing properties. The hawthorn behind me is a sacred tree and often planted near sacred wells, known for beautiful, loving, heart-based energy. The sacred Glastonbury thorn. You will find these trees really hardy, growing in places where other trees won't survive. Their wood is supposed to be magic and used for wands. The flowers that come out in May are associated with fertility. The scent of them is beautiful. The flower essence open to the heart. The tree is one of our best heart medicines. This ash tree is known to be a very sacred tree, associated with Yggdrasil, tree of life. And the roots in the earth, the branches going towards heaven. The trunk solid like we are, connected to earth and spirit at the same time. The ash wood was carried around by the Vikings as a protective wood for luck on their sailing sea journeys. You can take an ash staff and hold it next to your bed and have it with you for protection. The oak tree, the sacred oak. Father Oak, why is Father Oak? It protects the other life. Why did these stories come about? They've come about through experience of people who spent time with them and learnt about them and shared the wisdom down throughout the years. They come from people who felt that when you buried the people underneath the trees, your ancestors, people who loved you, had passed on, that their wisdom would go into the tree, and that when you meditated with the tree, you would take in that wisdom. Why is the yew tree so sacred? the yew tree that's found in pagan burial sites and now in Christian churchyards. An immortal tree, a tree guardian that watches over the dead as they transfer from this life into the spirit world. A tree of myth and legend. The holly behind me is a sacred tree. There are trees that are thought to be bad luck to cut down. The holly, one of them, the hawthorn, one of them, the elder, one of them, and the rowan. And they're protective trees to have outside your house. They look after you, they protect you. Take wood, but only if you ask to take the wood. Cut bits from a tree, just remembering that they are living. It's polite to ask to take bits from them. I believe in the sacredness of our life, and I believe in the sacredness of trees from the time I've spent with them and how I felt since I was a small child. It takes the time spending with them. And also research that you read how all the cultures worldwide throughout time and history identified the same qualities with these trees. Why? How come? How did they do that? How did they know these trees had the same healing properties as people did across the world? It's a fascinating journey to take, and it takes the time to be there. And they just quietly breathe. We couldn't be here without the trees. And life is made more rich by their presence. So wherever your thoughts and feelings, I say conferring sacredness upon all life, is important for us as a species right now, and continues to be important. And that's what we can hold and carry through with us. So I wish you well. My arm's hurting now, it's shaking a bit. I'm going to spend a little time with these trees now and do some meditation maybe, and just sit in the sunshine because it is glorious. Wishing you a lovely day, and I'll be in touch again shortly. Bye.